So
So
what do we?
we have a
How do
whole
you want
bunch
to
of
form?
free
I think we
agents.
want to do- Yeah. Okay.
So we'll go one by one. Yankee free agents.
All right.
I'll give you their age, and then we'll say whether they should re-sign them, and what do we think money-wise it'll take to re-sign them. And there's a couple of guys that'll surprise us. And obviously, we'll start with the big man on campus, which is Bellinger, who's 30 years old right now, and the Yankees can't give him a qualifying offer. So it's all or nothing with regard to Bellinger. And, the guy had a great season, 814 OPS, 334 on base, 480 slugging, 28 homers, 98 RBIs, played in 152 games, played first base a couple of times, played center, left, and right as they needed him to play. No doubt I think they should bring him back. The question is how long and how much? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I'd be perfectly happy if they brought him back. That's my feeling. I have absolutely no problem with it. I personally think that he's going to pull a Scott Boras, and he's going to be very expensive. He's going to wait till very late in the offseason to get signed, and that'll screw up the Yankees' plans. So I feel like he's not coming back because of
But
that. I think
who's going to be able? What do you think it's going to take to sign him? I mean, I have this number in my head.
I'm not going to go there. You had a chance to look at that. I don't know what it is.
I think he's going to. I think he's going to. Well, Fangraphs didn't give me that. Fangraphs gave me all the arbitration guys what they should get. I think it's going to take at least 5 and 165, if not 6 and 200, to get him.
Yeah, I think it's 6 and 200. I don't know if the Yankees are going to go that much for him.
But really, there are teams that need a center fielder or an outfielder, and the two that do need a center fielder and an outfielder and are willing to spend the money are the Dodgers and the Mets.
That's right.
And if you're the Mets, they had center field. They had a center field hold all year. The Phillies also, by the way, have a center field hole that they want to fill, but they've got their own issues as well. So you got 3 teams that are willing to spend that are going to be out there. So it'll be a challenge.
And that's why I think he's not coming back, because Boras is doing what he did last year. He's going to play the Yankees and the Mets against one another. Mets are going to go all the way up to $280 million and give him whatever he wants, because Mets are stupid, pay whatever it takes to get their players and still lose because they're the Mets. But they're going to do it, and they're going to win that battle. I don't think the Yankees should do what they did last year. I don't think they should wait. Luckily, at least the one thing that what's his name Soto did last year was he signed relatively early. I don't think they're going to be so lucky this time. I think they're going to wait on this guy. They're going to wait this guy out and let him wait.
I think the winter meetings should be the deadline on these guys for the Yankees.
Agree.
For Bellinger.
That should be something. They should do that. They should have that.
Then they have to redirect because you got other guys that are out there, and we'll talk about this on another show when we start talking about the Yankee specific needs. And you got guys obviously like Tucker that are out there that the Yankees need to consider. Next on the list is the 37-year-old Paul Goldschmidt. Like I said, he did play 145 games this year, but he only had 10 homers and 45 RBIs. But he did show a willingness to go to the bench and be a defensive replacement late in games, and seems to be a good guy to have on your team. I don't know. He may retire, but I don't know. He also had a 981 OPS against lefties, and that's going to be important for the Yankees because if they are very left-handed with a guy like Spencer Jones and Bellinger and Dominguez being better left-handed, they're going to have challenges against left-handed pitching, and maybe a guy and Rice and Wells, and Jazz, and McMahon. Look at all these lefties. Kramer must be spinning in his grave right now. Goldschmidt might be a guy that's a necessary guy to have, but you can't sign him for $20 million. You got to sign him for less than 10.
Yeah,
and it's got to be 1 year.
Yeah, no, I love him. Could be again a good guy in every way, but I don't see it happen. I think he clogs first base to some extent, and I think the Yankees really are going to need to find a way to get away from these right-handed only, left-handed only guys. They got to find a way to teach their hitters how to get other side.
He brings something to the table on defense that, depending on what they decide to do with Rice, which is again another show, he might be necessary if they keep Rice to play first base. And then, of course, next on the list is a guy who the Yankees can offer a qualifying offer to, and the qualifying offer is going to be $22 and change million. And that would be everybody's favorite. I'm sleepy, but I'll make the play. Trent Grisham, 34 homers, 74 RBIs. Qualifying offer of 22.025. Don't think the Yankees can sign him under any circumstances. And I wouldn't even offer him the qualifying offer. I would give up the draft pick because of the danger
No,
that
who needs the fourth?
he
Who
would,
needs
he
a
would
fourth
take it.
rounder?
I don't want him on the team.
He's going to take it because he's not going to get 22 annual. So he's going to take it and stay where he feels comfortable. And we're seeing the real him in the playoffs. That's who he is. That's who he is.
Right. He's a typical Yankee player that they sign and overpay that can hit bad pitching, but you don't see that bad of pitching in the playoffs. The other thing with
and he also
Grisham,
clogs the outfield. Another thing, he takes up a
clogs the
space.
outfield, and they have guys. And the other half of it is he just career year and a walk year. I hate these guys. Aaron Hicks, don't like it. DJ LeMahieu had a great year, great career. Although at the time his $15 million wasn't that bad a deal.
Was
The
not
Yankees
bad
gave
deal.
him an extra
No, we
year. The
loved
Yankees
it.
gave him an extra year so that they can keep the AAV down, and they're still paying him next season. Here's a tricky one. Luke Weaver, who made $2.5 million last year, is eligible for the qualifying offer, but he's 31. And I read something today, I think it was Brian Hoch, Hoch, on MLB.com, said something about him wanting to be a starter.
Yeah.
You can't make him the qualifying offer.
The Mets will go after. He's
You
perfect for
can't,
the Mets.
you can't give a guy like that a $22 million qualifying offer under any circumstances, right?
Yeah.
Because he's not going to get $22 million in a 3-year contract from anybody.
No,
So
it's not going to happen. So they're not going to give it to him. They don't
Right.
need to give it to him. And he would accept it in a second. But get him on a lower contract. I'm okay with a lower deal for him. I'm not as
how low though. I think it's more than he was pitch tipping. I think the Yankees burnt him out. I think was better than Scott Proctor, but he's Scott Proctor. The Yankees burned him out. I don't want to bring him back.
Okay.
And it's a sad thing because I loved him. Obviously, he was great in 24 and 23, but I think the Yankees, there's a reason that he was released a couple of times before the Yankees got their hands on him.
Yeah.
And then and he's 31. He's actually older than the next guy on my list, Devin Williams, who made $8.6 million in 25. He's not worth that amount of money, but that's what he's going to get, that amount of money. And I think that if the Yankees could get him for that amount or less, I wouldn't mind bringing him back, but not as the closer. Obviously, Bednar would still be on the team anyhow.
And he doesn't get us qualifying, right? Because he was traded.
I don't think he does because he got traded in the last year of his contract, but I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, but I mean, I was very much against it. I thought he would never accept a qualifying to come back to the Yankees. He doesn't want to come back to the Yankees. But I've been hearing different things. I'm beginning to change my mind a little bit.
He's trying to keep the Yankees in the bidding war, I think.
Yeah.
By saying all these things. But I was the one that defended him the longest and then threw him to the side. But you know what? He wasn't bad when he wasn't closing toward the end of the year. Next up is a guy I think they shouldn't make a qualifying offer to, but I think they should bring him back because he's pitching depth. Ryan Yarborough.
Yeah. For
I would bring him back. He made $2 million last year. He's going to make, he'll make $3 to $5 million, whatever it is. I think that's a guy you want to bring back. He gives you flexibility. He's left-handed. He's not going to be very expensive. I'd bring him back. What do you think?
Yeah, no problem at all. Not on the money. The money's fine.
By the way, he's also 33. But these are all one-year deals. Anybody that I'm talking about now is a one-year deal. Paul Blackburn pitched well for the Yankees after he got released by the Mets.
Put him in the minors. Give him a minor league deal. Let him sit down.
Well, he doesn't have any options left. And I think he did rehabilitate himself. Although he didn't pitch well in the playoffs. I don't know why he was on the roster. But
goodbye. No.
Yeah, so I don't care. There's one guy that we both think the Yankees should let go. We thought he should have let him go last year. Made $5 million. He's age 30. It's Jonathan Loaizaga.
Yeah, Johnny Lozon, I love him. I really feel like that's a lost opportunity. It's a career that's gone bad very quickly. It's very slowly. It's very sad. But no, that because it's going to cost him a lot to get him back because You know, he's not gonna take a flyer contract. So he's gonna go get someone will pay him somewhere. But I don't want it here.
Well, he's not going to make
I don't
$5
want
million
another
again.
contract. I don't want another rehab contract. The Yankees do this
Right.
too much. They get these guys and they spend 5 years on the rocks getting well. Go get well with the Mets. Mets love that. All right.
Go get well with the A's. Get well with the A's. Do what Severino did.
Love to spend money. Hmm?
So here's a guy I didn't even realize the Yankees had in their system. He's 37 years old. He was released by Detroit, and he pitched okay in AAA for the Yankees. Kenta Maeda. I think he gets a non-roster invitation and nothing more than that.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I can't see. So there's another guy. He's not a free agent, but he could be if the Yankees don't exercise their $3 million club option. And I think they do exercise the option. And that would be Tim Hill. He's got a $3 million club option. I think the Yankees need to exercise that.
Absolutely.
I think that's pretty easy.
Love the guy. Love the guy. Ground ball machine. Bad contact machine. I love that guy. Those guys are good. Yankees actually have too many of these guys in their bullpen. That's another show. How do the Yankees not overbuild on guys like this who are stuffy guys that are good at getting, at creating weird angles and contacts, but if they miss, they give up, 9-run homers at the worst possible time. So, but that's another that's for another show.
Here's another guy that the Yankees got at the trade deadline, made 2.05, and I was surprised. It feels like he's been around for 80 years, but he's only 29, Ahmad Rosario. Obviously, they can't give him the qualifying offer, but I think the Yankees should try and bring him back. Having a utility right-handed infielder who could play corner outfield in a pinch is at the right price, and he seemed
right-handed hitter like nobody's business.
He seemed to create an atmosphere in that corner of the dugout with the Latin players. What did they call it? They had the sign up there, and he kept Dominguez engaged even though he wasn't in the lineup. Caballero was hanging out over there. Cabrera was hanging out over there. So I like that. I'd like to bring him back, but
let him back.
If they can bring him back in the $2 to $3 million range, that's fine. So, and then the last guy that's a free agent that I have on my list is a guy I don't know why they even got him in the first place, why they even allowed him to play in the playoffs a game, Austin Slater. Just buy. See ya.
Yeah, never mind. Not even worth a comment. Just not coming back, no interest, nobody's going to do it. Maybe if nobody else signs him, I'm sure they will. But then give him something. Give him. I
wouldn't bring him back. I'd rather have Caballero and Rosario on the team than Slater. Mm-hmm. So we went through 13 potential free agents the Yankees have that are on their 40-man roster last year. Although Maeda wasn't, I just added him to the list. The Yankees also have 14 arbitration eligible players.
A lot of money.
So that could be potentially a bananas boat worth of money. So the top of the list there is Bednar, who just finished his age 31 season. This is his last arbitration year. He made $5.9 million in 25, but proved himself to be the closer. I don't think there's a doubt there. So Fangraphs estimates he's going to get $9 million is going to be what he's going to be required to get. I think that's fine. That's fine. I no problem with that. I could even go. I thought it would be a little bit higher than that, even because that's what closers' money is going up and up and up. And he proved himself to be a good closer for the Yankees, and he'll be in a walk year, so I think he'll be good. Next up on the list is everybody's favorite second baseman, the 28-year-old who made $5.85 in 25, also going into his last year of arbitration. However, Fangraphs estimates that he's going to get $11.7 million in arbitration.
So the Yankees have a choice here. They could let him go. They don't tender him a contract, and
you have to tender him a contract. I think you have to tender him a contract pretty quick. It's not as quick as the guys have to declare for free agency, but I think it's really early in December. You have to tender.
I hate to say it. They'll never do it, but I would be perfectly okay if they just didn't tender.
I would be okay. I would be okay if they had a replacement, but that's another show as well. There's nobody to play second base in the whole system. So here's a guy I do think they need. They should let him walk, but I don't think they're going to. 35-year-old Mr. Leiter Jr. made $2.05 last year, which is nothing. It's his last arbitration year, and they estimate he's going to make $3.75. which is what a middle reliever makes. And he's the ultimate up and down guy. Sometimes he looks like he lights out. Sometimes he looks like you and I could get in the batter's box and hit him. So I don't, I depending on everything else that goes around them, is whether or not they should bring Leiter Jr. back. What do you think?
I'm here. I've got to move my computer. I have no interest in Al Leiter Jr. or whatever his name is, Mark Leiter.
Mark Leiter Jr.
No,
those lighters are like the Caros. They all look alike.
He's one of these. He's one of these mental cases. I just don't see it. I see the problem that I have with him is he's going to be one of these guys that just doesn't do very much for them. So I would say go.
Next up is 28-year-old Duvall. He's got 26 and 7 would be arbitration. He made 4.52 in 25. Fangraphs estimates that he's going to get $5.5 million. I think you got to give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, I like his stuff. I like his stuff a lot, and I think that they're going to, and he's going to find a way to, get into their system, get into their, into the, what do they call it, the clinic,
whatever the pitching program is that they have. Yeah, I mean, he was better. He was better with the Yankees than he was with the Giants. But the Giants fans out here in the Bay Area were all laughing when the Yankees took Duvall. But there were moments when he looked really, really good. So he's got potential to be really good. Next up is a guy who's going to miss a great portion of the season. He's also a lot older than I thought he was. He's 30-year-old Clark Schmidt, made $3.6 million last year. He's arbitration eligible in 26 and 27. Fangraphs says $5 million.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. He's turned into a real starter. He's healthy. When he gets back, hopefully he'll be able to throw after Tommy John. Let's hope.
I would like to see the Yankees actually offer him a 2-year deal so that they don't have to deal with arbitration after the 26th season and buy out his last arbitration year. Because, they're basically paying him to sit around until August or September at the earliest for this season. Yeah. Here's a guy they should let walk. Shouldn't even give him a tender. Scott Efros, 32 years old.
Another waste. What a waste of a big deal. Who did they give up in that trade to Chicago? Was that
nothing? But he came in. He looked so good when he came over, though. He's actually entering his first year of arbitration. He's got three years of arbitration left, and they only think he's going to make $900,000. So
yeah,
it's not worth it. Here's a guy that they definitely need to let walk. I'd rather have Efros than this guy. 31-year-old Ian Hamilton.
Yeah. No, goodbye. I think that he had a lot of success. They did a lot with him. They got that Slambia around, to really they activated the Slambia. But then another one, I think you're right.
Another one they burnt out. He is Scott Proctor. How's that? Yeah. He is the Scott Proctor. And then the last pitcher that we're going to talk about is a guy named Jake Cousins, going into his first year of arbitration. He's 31 years old, a lot older than I thought he would be as well. And, Kirk isn't aging that well over at the Atlanta Falcons, but they're thinking he'll take $900,000 a year as well.
I think he's got a serious injury, doesn't he? Doesn't he have something that's...
Yeah, so they'd be paying him to do nothing.
No.
So, all right, so now we're going to get into some interesting ones. You ready? We'll start with Oswaldo Cabrera, 27 years old, made $825,000. First year of arbitration. 26, 27, 28, they'll be in arbitration. They estimate Fangraphs $1 million. I think they got to.
Why not? Come on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just for the great guy factor. Everyone loves him.
Yeah, he's another guy that sat in that corner over there that I forgot what they called it.
I mean, he sort of fills a lot of the needs. It's interesting because he's a lot like Rosario, but he's better from the left side. So let's see how he pitches. Let's see how he hits from the left.
You know how I feel about McMahon. So there's one more pitcher I forgot. Jake Bird. He's 30 years old. They sent them down. He's in his first year of arbitration. He made $770. They estimate it'll be about $1 million to keep him. He was good in Colorado.
I think that they have to find something to make that. They need to find something in this guy. I'd like to see them find it. I think giving up on him at that price, why not? Give him a chance for $1 million.
All right. So here's a guy they need to sign, and he's really going to be dirt cheap. He's going into his first year of arbitration, but he's 36 years old. Fernando Cruz. Made 785 last year. They estimate 1.25 this year. Absolutely bring him back.
A steal. Love the guy.
A steal. Yeah.
He's the only guy
It was
that I
fine.
felt had that strikeout pitch that nobody else in that bullpen had.
Yeah.
He could make when he was hot, when he was on, no one's
Yeah.
business. It was just
Yeah.
beautiful.
Obviously not a closer, but he's definitely a seventh inning kind of guy. All right, here's a controversial one which deserves its entire show to himself. Shortstop, 25-year-old Anthony Volpe. 879 last year. They estimate 3.25 in arbitration this year. They're gonna
wouldn't
bring him
tender
back.
him a contract.
What? Did you say you wouldn't tender him a
Non-tender.
contract? They're definitely going to tender him a contract. And 3.25, okay, if he doesn't work out, still got his minor league options.
Yeah.
So I think Volpe's going to be back, and we'll have a whole conversation about that at the end of the show. Here's another guy.
All right. Are we
Luis
done?
Heel. Luis Heel.
Absolutely. But I think they're going to trade him.
Well, that's another show as well. I think that either Heel or Warren is going to be on the trade block, but we'll figure that out another show. And then the last arbitration eligible player is somebody they're definitely going to bring back, because we both think they should, is a 29-year-old gentleman by the name of Jose Caballero.
Love him.
He actually has 4 years of arbitration coming his way.
I
4.
love that guy. I think that he's going to be their shortstop. Watch it. It's June 15th. Volpe is healthy finally, and they're thinking, what are we going to do? And he wins the shortstop job. That's what I'm gonna say that right now.
Well, you also got the situation,
impressive.
when we talk about the second base situation, if we want to move Jazz, he's that answer as well.
We'll do that next.
So the other guys, just so you know, there's 5 guys that are pre-arbitration that the Yankees have to tender them contracts, and they'll tender them all. Austin Wells, Ben Rice, Dominguez, Will Warren, and Schlittler. They all have to be tendered contracts because they're pre-arbitration. So we've gone through all of the guys that the Yankees don't have under contract.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about the World Series. And I think that's what we intended to do today.
All fun. Great times. Have fun in jail.
Good luck in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And behave yourself, or at least don't get caught. That's how I end my classes.
I
think we'll come back next time with a conversation about what the Yankees need to do to fix certain things. I think, Volpe gets his own show. Jazz might get his own show. The starting rotation gets their own show. Bullpen gets their own show. The Yankees got a lot of their own shows out there. And then we have to talk about the marketplace that's out there. So
it's going to be a fun off season. I'm excited. It's over. Let's go enjoy off season. Come on, Hot Stove. All right, buddy. Talk to you later. Thanks.
I'll see you later, and look for us on YouTube, ladies and germs.
Okay. I'm going to go hug my kids now. Bye.
Hug them for me. Tell them I said I love them. Say hi to my kids and your wife to me.